You are freaking consistent. Don't try to convince me otherwise because we are all extremely consistent. The only problem is that we're not consistent with the behaviors that will actually take us towards our goals. You are consistent with behaviors that's going to keep you where you are or drag you down and basically go backwards, more far away from your goals. That's the vast majority of the time what we are doing. But in this video, I want to help you to understand how to use your subconscious mind in order for it to convince you very wisely how to get you to do the behaviors that are necessary to actually achieve your goals, okay? And the reason why this comes up is because one of my clients, he explained to me how he was trying to overcome an addiction, and he realized that he was lying to himself about the fact that he was going to make a change. But he wasn't going to make a change, and his subconscious mind knew that. But he could speak all he wanted in terms of, yeah, I'm making the change. Yeah, I'm going to be, doing things differently over time. But his subconscious mind knew that this was false information because he was very committed to the path that he was on. You see, it's all about commitment levels and the consistency of your current behavior. You just have an extremely committed level towards it. That's why you're being consistent. That's why you are comfortable with the situation as it is right now. Pain usually is the only thing that actually spurs us to make the change that is necessary for us to achieve what we want to achieve. Pain has to happen very often. Now, if you set a goal and you really, really want to achieve it and you want to prioritize that over anything else in your life, if you now procrastinate on it, but you continuously have it fixed in your mind, I'm moving towards that goal, I'm moving towards that goal, and you don't allow anything else to creep in and begin to over prioritize, like to get ahead of that priority inside your brain, you will begin to feel a lot of pain. That will be the pain of remaining the same because you know that you're not changing towards going towards that goal. The thing that happens most of the time is that people distract themselves from thinking about the goal that they're supposed to be moving towards. You might recognize this. Like you have something you want, but then after a few days, you kind of forgot about it. It's like, well, what was it that I wanted again? It's not like you will even ask that question. It's just that it's naturally going to happen. And then suddenly you're like, all right, yeah, I was supposed to be doing that specific behavior that would take me there. But you're not doing that because you've allowed yourself to be distracted thinking about other things. And that's why you're not moving towards where you want to go. See, your subconscious mind will prioritize the thing that you choose to prioritize at the top of your brain. The only way that's going to happen, though, is if you slow things down. Your brain is an amazing computer that can go super fast towards actually achieving your goals or super fast towards being all over the place. Okay? And you get to make that choice. Do you want it to go super fast, all over the place, confusion, like fuzziness? Oh man, I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about that, I'm thinking about that, oh, I'm stressed. Or do you want to calmly, knowing that you're going to achieve your goals, with confidence that you're going to achieve your goals, simply take the stroll towards where you're supposed to be going? That requires you to slow down your thoughts temporarily, which will slow down your emotions, which now allows you to ramp things up slowly but surely, like this what's it called? Ferris wheel, or you know what I'm talking about. That's now going to create momentum until you're now fast moving towards the goal that you've prioritized. That's how the brain works. Then you are suddenly now in integrity with what you actually want. The way to slow down your thoughts is the age-old recommendation, at least from me, and you might have heard it from other people, but maybe you haven't applied it yet. And it's the aspect of writing things down, pen and paper, and writing down what you want. Have you done that? Have you specified the things that you cannot live without? The exercise that I recommend is writing down 100 dreams. That's right, 100. And then bring it down to 20, and then bring it down eventually to 3 to 5 of those that you just cannot live without. That's 3 to 5% of your 100 dreams, your 100 goals. I cannot live without it. Those 3 to 5 are going to expand and become more detailed over time, but in the beginning, you just have to start somewhere. This is an exercise that anyone can do, and it's going to open your brain towards thinking big. And to be honest with you, your subconscious mind needs to think big, because if it's a small, tiny goal, there is no real need to prioritize it, because it's easy. You don't need to use all of your brain to achieve this tiny, weeny goal. But if it's a huge goal, holy crap, like I have to use my whole mind and strength. My entire life has to be dedicated to this. Are you ready? Are you ready for taking action in your life? Because that's what needs to happen. A huge, massive goal that your brain is now, holy smoking crap. The only way that I'm going to achieve that huge, massive goal is if I do something today. Because if I procrastinate, then it's going to become harder because it's a huge, massive goal. Fantastic. Now we're talking. Because what I was mentioning in the beginning is that we need some form of behavioral change. If you are not making any behavioral change, you are standing still or moving backwards. If you are making behavioral changes and those behaviors actually are behaviors that will take you towards your end goal, now we're talking. And if you manage to get those behaviors into a habitual cycle, then that will become your identity. And when it's your identity, now we're talking consistency. And when you're consistent with the right behaviors and you speed up the process by doing a little bit more every single day until you get faster and better momentum continuously, oh my gosh, do you understand what's going to happen to your life? Anything can happen in 10 years' time. Anything. A lot of people, like, I spoke to one dude today, okay? I'm talking to people all the time, and he was, he's new to business, okay? This is November. He put up his first post on Instagram, and I think you're awesome, bro, if you're watching this video. And he told me that his goal was to, make $5,000, and he lives in a third world country, from his Instagram in the next 3 to 4 months. And I'm like, okay, is this the only thing you're doing every single day, 12 hours a day? Because if it is, it could possibly, potentially work. Like, I like people that think big, but it's just, like, that one is just completely and utterly delusional, right? Within 3 to 4 months, you're barely going to develop any form of habit within 3 to 4 months, most people. He might be the exception to the rule, and I hope he is, but you have to set a long-term goal first that is bigger than you could ever imagine that you could achieve, that you're like, what? I can't achieve that. Like, for example, $1 billion. That's a great goal, right? If you want to think $1 million, you can do that too, but then you have to bring it back down in terms of time, okay? Like 5-year goal, maybe that would be an optimal. Like, the problem with setting huge goals is that you are not changing the input that goes into your subconscious mind. That's the only issue. You're repeating the same old tales, either from your own self-talk, which is usually negative, or from the people that are around you, which are also most of the time negative. All of that communication that goes on and becomes your self-talk and goes into your subconscious mind, because you have a door there that's continuously open the vast majority of the time, it's not going to allow you to achieve anything huge or anything worthwhile in the very near short-term future. Unless you completely put yourself in an environment where You can't even listen to yourself and your negativity because you're in an environment of positive people 24/7 or 12 hours out of the day. Do you get what I'm saying? This is the key to fast progress. And most people are not putting themselves in front of or in the community or in the vicinity of people that think huge and are positive. Yet that is the solution to get to any and all goals that you might have. You're allowing your subconscious brain to use its reticular activating system that is now looking for continuous opportunities to make any goal that is on top of your mind. You're thinking about it continuously again and again and again throughout your entire day. Your reticular activating system it's going to find opportunities if you're in a situation where your brain is in a positive, abundant state, knowing, having the faith that you will find those opportunities and that you will achieve that goal. Simply because you've said it, but then you've let it go because you know it's going to happen. Man, it's really deep stuff. Like, this is advanced stuff that most people don't understand how it works. And that's why, actually, it actually can work without you understanding how it works. Strangely enough. The only way that is possible, though, is by doing the thing that I just mentioned of deep diving into a community or in a situation where you're continuously only talking to people that are on the, go-getter side of life and that have massive momentum and are kind of in the same field as you. That's when you can achieve your goal in that specific industry and niche, because you're in that situation where other people have achieved what you want to achieve. And as a result, you speed up the process because of your subconscious mind. It's crazy how that works. But most people aren't going to do it. And as a result, they just stay in their small little puddle and are going nowhere. Don't let that be you. Now, so you can, like I said, you can actually achieve your goals, even big ones, without understanding how this works. If you are in that type of environment and you commit to that type of environment. But most people don't understand that it's necessary for them to do that. And so as a result, they never do that thing. So if you never do that thing, then you have to understand all of this advanced stuff in order for you to understand the importance of the thing that I just mentioned. So I hope that you got tons of value out of this video, because this is how success works. And if you're going to become successful, you've got to do everything that's in this video, because the key is in your subconscious mind. That's what's going to solve all of your problems. It's all in the mind. I'll see you guys in the next one.